Is it fucking recording?
Yeah.
Nice. This is Nitrofire's first YouTube video, and it's gonna be cancer. This is the start of DeckTech Wednesday. This is how we're gonna do shit, because we're gonna show a deck, and it's gonna be Wednesday. Yay. This is Narukami. It's, like, really good, because fuck Excel. Yeah, look at the starter. It's Spark Kid Dragoon. He looks like Naoki, but with white hair.
I think that's the joke.
Yeah. This is an Eradicator for some reason. This one's 30. These are like a penny. You run 4 draw PGs because if you don't, you're bad at Vanguard. 4 fronts because Rising Phoenix and likes fronts. 4 crits because if you don't run crits, you're bad at like restanding Vanguards. Also, if you run the others, you're either a furry or a faggot because the others are god awful. You only run 1 Helena because you don't need more than 1, and like, but having it's nice if you need to have it.
You know, I don't think I've actually ever seen you draw into that.
I used it in tournaments. You just throw it on an Excel circle and just beat shit with it. This is Dragon Dancer Regina. Oh, I should explain what this guy does, actually. When you bind something and you have nothing to face up in the damage zone, you can Soul Blast 1 to countercharge. It's nothing in face up in the damage zone, that's why it's not that good. You don't need more than 1 of it. She's the only way to refill your soul, which you desperately need, because you, like, fucking run out of it with Death Scythe. She jumps into the soul if the opponent has 1 or less in the front row, and 3 of your rear guards get 5k. So it's neat, I guess. This is one of 11 cards that become 11Ks. Dominance Dragon's really cool. You run it at 3 because you don't need more, because it's just, you don't really need it. It's good on Vanguard because early game it's good pressure because the opponent can either like let you like hit and they can have a counterblast. You also get a +1 because it draws after it hits, or they can try and work without a counterblast. Like decks like fucking Neonectars and shit can like work around with that. But decks don't want to have a rush that are they're kind of fucked without the counterblast early game, so it sucks to be them, I guess. Lizard Soldier Riki is necessary because he lets you like target the fucking back row. He swaps the front and back row and gets 3k. Also,
Except for the Vanguard circle.
Obviously, you fucking idiot. This thing also gets 3k if the opponent has nothing in the front row. And then, this is the best grade 1 in Standard, and if you think otherwise, you're a fucking idiot. Rising Phoenix, when he's in the drop zone and you bind your opponent's rear guard, it calls itself and gets 3k. This is also becoming 11k. I'll tell you why it's good in a second with this next grade 2. But you can use any amount of these 1 time, which works with literally the only combo the deck has. Becoming an 11k is neat because this guy is a 9k. So you're boosting him with like a Phoenix. This is like a 20 column, then this thing has the effect where whenever you bind something once per turn, it and one of your other rear guards in the same column get 5k. So you can get 30k, but if you get triggers, it's like upwards of that. It's also good because it leaves the 3k, which I'll explain because that works the only good combo. These would be Death Scythes, but they were $9 when like I was originally buying this shit for this, and I didn't want to like shell out $6 more than I should have had to. Now they're cheap, I'll probably buy them. I pulled an OR. This thing's okay if you don't want to run Death Scythe, actually, but I don't know. It's like, Death Scythe is good because you can bind without paying a counterblast. This guy, if your opponent has 1 or less in the front row during your turn, he gets 5k. Death Scythe, on place, you Soul Blast 2 and you bind an opponent's front row and he gets 3k. Also, if there's nothing in the front row in the same column as him, he gets 5. So just put him on an Excel circle if you're not a fucking idiot. This thing's really good, but to be honest, you don't really go onto it as much as you want to. Because, like, Stinger does the same thing, but he gets 5k more. Recklessness Dragon, Vanner rear when he's placed, you counterblast and bind a front row. That's what fucking all of these next cards do, seriously. Also, when he attacks, if the opponent has 1 or less in the front row, he gets 3. So it wins a 12k, which is neat, I guess. The other 2 are better because they become like 14 and shit, and that hits force. This guy's cool, but like his timing is kind of gay. So like I don't know, I might even drop it for Kaiser Vermilion if we see more Excel decks. But if not, he gets 5k for every open rear circle in the front row. In the front row at the beginning of the battle phase. So if you bind something like midway through with like Detonix, that's still like counts as a full circle, which is gay. Which is kind of why this guy isn't as good as I originally thought he was, but he still becomes a big beat stick. You also only need 2 of them. This thing you could justify running at 4, but I see it enough at 3. Detonix Stinger. When he's placed, you counterblast and bind a front row, Vanner rear. That means, and then he gets 5k. But also when you ride over him, your new Vanguard gets 10k, and then he moves out to the rear guard, so his skill procs again. And if you don't run 4 Detonix, you're bad at Vanguard. When he attacks,
just bad at Narukami in general.
No, you're bad at Vanguard if you don't run VRs. Except if you play like, no, you're just bad at Vanguard if you don't play VRs.
What about Kojikiri Kongo?
Touche, but like that deck's a fucking budget meme anyway.
But it's really good against Magus.
Yeah, fuck Magus. It's even better against Neo Nectar because they can't like guard at all really. You just fucking bounce their fucking tokens. The tokens can't exist anywhere but rear guard, so fuck them. This guy's effect is when he attacks, you counterblast one, bind something in the front row, then you discard a card for every rear guard your opponent has, and then he restands after it. Pay attention to the timing. You bind stuff before you discard stuff, so that 1-, that's 1 less you have to discard. But that happens before you drive check, so don't be a dumbass about it. But you can do a neat little combo with it, where you have 4 open front row spacers, not open rather, and you just attack with all of them, then you call Rising Phoenix over all of them. And you have the restanding Vanguard, so that's 10 attacks in a turn, which is pretty stupid. Yeah, this is DeckTech Wednesday 1, Narukami Detonix. If you don't understand how this deck is good, you're kind of an idiot. The name came from the dumbass recording. Fuck you, Dylan.
No, you.
That's gay. That's it.
If you think about it like that, it's gay.
Sure. We're gonna do more of these. Subscribe and shit. I might link our Discord if I can be fucked to. But you're probably not gonna join it. So
our Discord is a mess.
You're probably not gonna join it, so don't even bother. Alright. Subscribe if you want more cancer. Bye.